Smoking Harris Barbecue here. Today we're doing the spare ribs and DaZzle Bites, otherwise known as BurntEnds. I'm going to go over the full trimming process for the spare ribs to get your rib slab and your trimmings for the DaZzle Bites. I always try to start on the back side and trim away from any fat and take that inner meat off as flush as possible as I can to the slab. Now any of this trimming that you have, save that. Save any trimmings that you have while you're doing this. We're going to use that later. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and set my line and cut it all the way through to establish where my slab is going to be. Just remember, keep that trimming. Hang on to it. You're going to want it. It's going to be delicious. Alright, we're basically doing the same thing on this little end. You're just going to pick a spot, cut it through, just get it square, and save that trimming. And right here I'm going to go ahead and clean up this little bit of fat, make it look a little bit prettier. Just want it to look really good. Go ahead and get you a butter knife. Take it and slip it just up underneath that skin on the back side, right up against that bone. Wiggle it up and down, push it the majority of the way through, and then you're just going to use your thumb, work it up and down to get it loose. Take you a piece of paper towel. Trust me, it makes it much easier. Take that paper towel, grab it, yank it off in one pull. Bam, look at that, just nice and clean. Now those trimmings I've told you to save throughout this video, we're going to go ahead and cut those up now. Try and cut them up as even as possible. Cut away any fat, any bone, any cartilage. You just want the meat only. Now obviously there's going to be some fat in between the meat. I'm not talking about that fat. I'm talking obviously just fatty chunks. You don't want those. Throw it away. Alright, now on this particular part that you're working on, you're going to want to let the knife do the majority of the work here. Just follow that bone line, let the knife slice through. You're going to feel where it hits cartilage, hits bone. Just let it roll around that. Try and get this trimmed as clean as possible. You're basically going to imagine right now that you're cleaning a catfish and going around his ribs when you're getting a fillet. I mean, essentially that's what we're doing with these DaZzle Bites. It's just like catfish nuggets, really no difference. You're just trying to get as much meat off of this as possible without wasting anything. Alright, now we've got our beautiful slabs. We've got some DaZzle Bites waiting. They just need to be seasoned up and hit the smoker. A little bit of time, and boy, you are going to have some delicious treats right here. It's going to be great. Get that smoker preheated to 225 degrees. The ribs are going to take roughly 5 hours-ish. And the DaZzle Bites, they're roughly going to take an hour and a half to 2 hours. It just depends on how far you want them to go. I prefer right at about an hour and a half, but you can carry them over to 2 hours. It's not going to hurt nothing. Once you pull them off, that's when it's time for you to hit them with your own sauce. I'm not going to go into that. That's on you. Man, look at them things right there. Razzle dazzle, baby.